Hello, friends and fellow Lee Countyans. My name is Bobby Cole. I'm here to present for your career fair, talk a little bit about what I do at Think PLC and what I've done in my career, and hopefully inspire you to get out and think. Number one, but number two, do something exciting. Not many years ago, like you, I was a high school student at Lee High School and graduated from Lee High. Probably like some of you, really didn't know what I wanted to do. Was trying to get on some kind of career path. I had many passions, included multiple different things, but including computer skills, which were being really refined in the late '90s, in the early 2000s. Exciting times to see the internet take face and change, and decided to go to Mountain Empire Community College. To start off, I got an associate's in electrical engineering technology with an emphasis in computers. And what that meant is I actually designed circuits, and we incorporated computer programming with circuits. Um, and what I learned at Mountain Empire Community College, I continued on into the workforce where I got a job in manufacturing. Started off a really neat company making thermoplastic road markings, where I worked on the industrial machines that make those industrial um, platform road markings, and then continue my career on to Dell Computers, where I worked in manufacturing. So not so much the design of the computers, but making of the computers, and making those very fast and getting them to a production facility. Over time, I started to work and help and teach at a local community college in North Carolina. I'm in Winston-Salem now. And through helping at the community college, I've seen my career flourish into now business ownership, where I own my own company, where we excitingly every day get to build systems and help customers, like some I'm going to show you here a little later, like Krispy Kreme donuts. So, as an example, every donut shop you go into around the world has my electrical control systems on it that make the donuts. Neat stuff. And I've traveled the world with those guys. I've been to China, Australia, Czech Republic, all over South America, and all over. So, in what I do, travel is absolutely necessary and prevalent. So, as a young person growing up in Lee County, Virginia, I saw that I had a passion to get out and see things, past the hills, past the hollers I grew up in. I wanted to see the world, and this industry's taken me to that. Um, so after getting an associate's degree at Mountain Empire, after deciding to go out in the workforce, I continued on at Old Dominion University, both video streaming and in-person classes. And what that did is it allowed me to continue maintaining working and finish my bachelor's degree and work on a master's degree thereafter. After teaching at college, I gained much passion for continuing my education in being a better speaker, a better communicator, a better engineer, and a better person overall. Okay, so on with that, I've studied around the world. In 2007, I did some work at the University of Esslingen in Stuttgart, Germany. I've been all over Seattle and all over the country helping teach classes, as well as get certifications myself in this industry. A couple keynotes I put on this presentation. I've released some neat information with about some of the things we do. It's been published in Control Design Magazine, and in our industry, Control Design Magazine is a major publication that highlights manufacturing and automation. So robotic systems and automated machinery, they're the publication to go to. They've actually published a couple of my articles, and you can see here by the links. So I hope you enjoy that. Okay, who is Think PLC? Think PLC was an ideal of mine. It was an ideal of mine to be an entrepreneur, so I could continue on my passion for automation, but do it the way I wanted to do it. I had my ideals on how the business to be operated, how to work with customers, and how to treat employees. And that's where Think PLC come from. Okay, so we do service. So that means we go out and we fix machines on an as-needed basis. We retrofit old equipment, and we work on new equipment and help manufacturers like Krispy Kreme, Toyota, Procter & Gamble build new equipment as needed. So in business, we've been really fortunate to be a very successful company. So as you can see, we're expert automation consultants for high value control systems. So what is a control system? Wow, okay. So as you pull up to a traffic light, there is a box controlling lights. It detects sensors in the road, and it makes a decision based on the feedback from those sensors, which is where a car is parked in the road. So that's what we do. We take feedback from machines or traffic lights, and we write software to manipulate automatic logical solutions to make things operate. A lot of what we do is higher voltage machinery that can automate processes for manufacturing. All right, so a few of them you'll see is Krispy Kreme donuts, Tempur-Pedic mattress in Duffield, Virginia. You'll see me over it quite often. Procter & Gamble makes all your toothpaste, deodorants, things like that. You'll find it Rite Aid or Walgreens. And then Carnival Cruise Lines. We work on the control systems that control the propulsion, the boiling, the refrigeration on cruise ships as an example. So we'll hop on those ships, we'll make changes and help those guys develop new systems while you may be taking your vacation, which is really neat. Okay, what does it look like at Think PLC? Well, here's a brief video I've embedded, and we also sent a link. Kind of shows you what it looks like in our office in Winston-Salem. Really proud of this facility. It was built for a NASCAR team in Welcome, North Carolina. And after 13 years and a shift in their business, we were able to take over the building they were in, which fit us really well. So you'll see manufacturing of our control panels, where I have people who assemble components and they wire control systems. We have engineering and office admin, about 22 people at this point working in this building. So you can get a feel for what that looks like in this brief video here. So as you can see, we have manufacturing facilities. There we're water jetting and plate that says Think PLC. So we have some mechanical fabrication ability. We have guys that do welding and metal fabrication, as well as automation technicians and engineers. So you can see Lori, she's working on a control panel that will go into an enclosure into a facility, or again, something you might see in a large building or on the side of the road next to a traffic light. So she's constructing that. So you'll see UR robots. We often implement robotic solutions. So for custom pick and place or welding or dispensing, we will set up the robots, make them do what they need to do to help manufacturing processes be faster, more competitive. Here you'll see Alex, he's wiring a Krispy Kreme fryer control panel. So he has the panel laid on a table, and he's wiring each individual wire based on a schematic, as he what we call build to print. So there you'll see my team and the CAD group. They're designing the schematics. That's Wes. He's been with me since he was in high school. Now he's finished his degree and he's working here in the engineering group now at 23 years old. So he is developing the schematics for the shop to construct and wire. There's an example of what is the controller that goes into a Krispy Kreme PX270. That's 270 dozen per hour. You can see what the inside with all the wires and how they get constructed. So we have guys, that's what they do, is they come in and they take a drawing and they construct it like a puzzle to make things operate. Then we get to see it work. So a lot of fun there. So what it looks like to work at Think PLC, see Wes there, he worked his way through the shop constructing now in engineering. So you can see him in the background there, working on a drive panel to operate a conveyor system like you'd see at Amazon. You see me a couple years ago working in a process facility that cleans tanker trucks that we had built. So I'm in the field working inside of a control panel. All right, so some more example of control panels on the right side there. What's interesting, this bottom one is a 700 horsepower electric motor drive system that we installed. Wes has got his hands on it. That thing, the cost of that thing was $58,000 just by itself. It ran a plastics extruder, which made your plastic jugs and milk jugs, different plastic methodology there. All right, so a couple things I wanted to share with you is, what does your future look like? Well, I'm going to challenge you. If you haven't thought about this, even if you have thought about it, let's say that your set goal is you're going to be at the university. That's awesome. That's what we were looking for. Or you're ready to go out into the workforce. That's fine as well. Absolutely fine. But I challenge you to go check out Mountain Empire Community College. It's just one of a couple colleges that's nearby you. And I added a couple links to a few things here because they really have some nice resources for high school students. And I want you to not experience what I experienced, which is that overwhelming complexity that is of going to college and how I'm going to pay for it. How am I going to get there? Am I going to be successful? These people are here to help you. And I remember the overwhelming feeling of how complex it was to go visit and find out information. And they really made it easy for you to enroll. And I suggest you make a time and you go talk with a counselor. You go ahead and do your placement testing at your convenience. These people want to help you. And so help yourself by reaching out, send them an email, call, go to Big Stone and go meet with these people. And they want to hear from you what you'd like to do. They want to help you. If you feel like you're underperforming in English or math or grammar, whatever that is, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're not a college student. It doesn't mean you can't learn a skilled trade, because you go to community college to learn these skilled trades like what I do. And so go reach out, find out if you like to weld, you want to work on HVAC, you want to work as a nurse, like a friend or family member maybe. These people have the solution for you. There's many ways to get help financially, to drive to college, to live while you're in college and pay for that tuition. So do not be afraid to reach out and just try it. Okay. On the last one here, what does your future look like? I'll tell you a little bit about mine and a couple of simple steps that I've implemented here that keep me grounded. Because at the core, I'm just a young guy from Pennington Gap, Virginia, that's had some wild success, or maybe even stumbled across some luck, but it's not come because I haven't worked very hard. And so in doing that, staying grounded, study empathy. All right. And empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. And it's what we talk about, being vulnerable and accountable. So to be a high performing business, you got to have trust. You got to have vulnerability. What does vulnerability mean? It means I need help. And what's accountability mean? It means when you're tasked with doing something, you finish it, and you're either holding yourself or somebody else is holding you accountable. That's just how we live. So structure that. I'll tell you a little story about empathy. Just like I told you, it was very difficult for me to go sign up. I didn't have friends that was signing up for college, or they were not willing to help, or whatever the case may be. I was kind of off on an island alone in reaching out and doing the college thing to start with, or talking to individuals like me about what is a potential career path. So, and I had a very hard time with public speaking. It's taken me a lot of studying and training and really just working hard to get over. I would have never been able to go to college and find my pathway there, or I would never been able to stand up and teach my first college class if I hadn't learned to get over that. And so again, vulnerability, it's okay. You know, if it wasn't for other folks helping me, I would have never got there. Be curious. You know, just because you might want to be a farmer, go talk to a lawyer, go talk to your local doctor, go talk to everybody, find out what they do. Because yeah, farming's your passion, but you know, later on you may find that you want to not only farm, but do something else. Be curious. Don't be afraid to talk to people, ask what their goals were, how they got there, and some things that you could do that mirror what they may have done to achieve your goals. And then manifest anything you want. Manifesting your future. As a young person, I remember for me being hard to manifest the next day, the next 3 days, the next week. Whereas an older person, you manifest the next month, the next 3 months, the next few years. And so they go quicker. So the things I thought were just going to take forever, I would never achieve, they go fast. So manifest what you want. Potential is there. You can achieve it, and then trust the process. Nothing good ever comes easy. So you have to trust the process when you do these things. All right. And then the final step here, you're never complete until you help others. You're never a success until you've taken something you've done and you help someone else. That is my simple steps to staying grounded and something you need to focus on. If you like what I'm doing, reach out to me at bcole@think-plc.com. Send me an email. Give me a call. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My career path, I started off as a electrical engineer, and now I'm a business owner that kind of gets to do what he wants between electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and it's a lot of fun. And I hope you guys find the same thing. So good luck to you guys. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. See you soon.